All right. Hi, guys.
Woohoo!
Whoa, welcome.
I feel better with the music this week than last week.
I feel like absolutely played this time. Zoom gave us a little issue, but the music worked, so we'll take it.
Okay, so today's topic, do you want to announce it?
Yeah, so today we're basically talking about how it's okay to change the path that you're going in life, no matter what it is, because we as humans change as we grow. So, therefore, sometimes our path might as well. And we want to talk about that today because we want to explain the difference between like failure and quitting something rather than, us evolving as humans and growing.
So this couldn't be a better topic right now for like my life because I'm doing a little changing things up a little bit. Yeah. And I also see this a lot with my clients that I work with where they feel like when they do change path, or for instance, if they don't finish a workout program they were doing, they feel like they failed. When in all, that's not it at all, right?
Right.
And one of the big things is that of course we're going to change. That's what life's about, right? We evolve and we become the person we want to be. And for that to happen, you have to change. You have to switch things up and figure out what works for you.
Right, absolutely. And it's funny you say that because I was actually just doing a workout program with one of my girlfriends before surgery. And it was a really intense program, something that I've done before. And normally I would love something like that, but it just wasn't my deal at the time. But I almost felt like, oh my God, I'm failing. I can't quit. But you know what? It's just I decided to do what made me happy. And that was changing what I was doing at the moment and it wasn't failing, it wasn't quitting. That's just something I had to talk myself through because you guys do what makes you happy. So,
yep, totally. And here's the thing. So I am changing something in my life and changing one way I am coaching, which I went from a not a diet, but a different type of lifestyle that was more restricted to now I'm going to try to practice more like food freedom. And when I say that, that means like less food guilt, figure out what works best for your body, allowing those things that I thought for so long that weren't good for me. And I want to also implement that with my clients. But there is a little bit of part of me that's kind of like, am I letting go of that too soon? Is it right to change my mindset there? Because I did get so many results with the lifestyle I was doing before, all those fear-based things where really I feel better now. So it's like this thing that you go back and forth. And I think so many people struggle that when they make any type of change in their life.
yeah, career path, hobbies, your job. So, whatever it may be, I do feel like sometimes people will stick to what they know rather than
Comfort.
yes, comfort. Because if in our other videos we talked about fear and staying, how people stay in their comfort zone too much because they don't want to do that step. But yeah, you know, it's not, if you're not happy or not even not happy, but if something in your life has changed
Mhm.
and you want to change what you're doing or how you're explaining it or going about things in life, that's okay. Like Darcy, for instance, you're constantly growing your brain, you're constantly learning, you're constantly just go, 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 go. So it only makes sense for you with all the information that you're getting to change the way you do things now from when you did it when you first started.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point. And we're always learning and growing, and for us to be able to take in everything we're learning, sometimes you do have to adjust your life, change the way that you were doing things before, because you're right. From where I started, where I didn't have as much education, as much drive,
Right.
that plan was way better for me, and I was able to coach my clients that way. It worked, it got results. But now I'm seeing a lot with my ladies is where they're struggling with, I didn't get my workout today. I'm no good. I failed. I actually, one lady, and she's fine with me sharing this. She was saying how she's like, I failed at my program because I haven't done it in 3 days. But
I
yeah,
get that a lot.
don't you? And we're guilty of this.
I did that.
We're guilty of this. Totally.
I used to do that.
Yep.
But that's where we changed our mindset.
Right. And at the end of the day, that's what it all comes to, right? Like the whole changing mindset.
I'm just going to put that over there for now.
Yeah, I
It's
know
straight
exactly
up
what you're
vodka,
thinking.
everybody.
Yeah. That's how we have so good moods.
Yeah. It's not water.
So yeah, like I just feel that another thing that comes around a lot is people think, well, it's too late for me to change. I'm too
Right.
old. I've
I'm
been
too
doing
old.
this for too long.
Mhm.
For instance, like I used to be a hairdresser and then I changed careers, and it was like, well, I already did all that schooling, so I got to stay with it. And here's the thing. You're still living, you're still breathing, and you still plan to have a long life, right? At any age, you're hopefully not planning for that time where you're not like as ambitious as normal. It's never too late to change your path, go down the path you dreamed to go down.
Right. And I mean, yeah, you're never too old to change your path. And what I believe is tomorrow's never promised, you guys. And I believe that. I live by that. I will preach that. I talk about it. I feel it. So it's like, you need to do whatever is in your mind is telling you to do. So if that is, you need to change your hobby, change your passion of whatever, or just add in new skills that you have now,
Yes.
do it. Do it before you can't. Do it now.
Yes.
If you're 50, do it. If you're 60, do it. If you're 20, do it. Because you are never promised any other time in this world than today and yesterday. So do what makes your heart, your mind happy. If you are doing a program right now, and I know some people are, and you're not happy with it, do not stress yourself out over it. Do not lose sleep. Do what makes your soul happy. If you're not going to be in the group that's doing it, they can still be your accountability buddies.
Right.
Just do what makes your soul happy. And Darcy and I talk about it. We're not the same. Nobody's the same. So we're all going to have different.
There's stuff that Kelly loves that I absolutely hate doing, especially when it comes to exercise.
Yes, it's so true.
And vice versa. Yeah.
I hate running.
Yeah, and I live for that. That's my outlet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you bring up a great point because you sign on to do something, right? And you're like, oh, I just don't like it. I'm in that point right now where I am doing a really heavy lifting program. And to be honest with you, I'm just not there like I used to be. Last year at this time, I did the exact same program and I was like, let's go. Now I'm at a point where I want to be running outside. I want to be doing yoga. I want to do stuff that's a little bit more calming because the rest of my life is so hectic. And I think that's where when you're talking about that change that fits your life at that point, that's a great example of it.
Oh, absolutely. And, last year you may not have had so much stuff on your plate as you do right now.
Right.
And that's maybe why you were able to push harder, or not even necessarily harder, but do a harder program,
Right.
which will push your body in different ways.
Hmm.
So, everybody has different stuff going on in life. So that's why we say do what makes your soul happy. And it's never failure or quitting. It's just we evolve and change as humans, and that's life for you.
Right. Right. For sure. And like where you right now are in recovery, I see such a difference between Kelly today, especially with food guilt.
Yeah, right.
Be,
And
you
that's
know,
what I'm changing.
before, yeah, yeah. Before it was like Kelly could be 100% all the time, and I was always like, "Girl, you do that." And now I see that you have like gone of it a little bit, and you
Yeah.
almost seem like happier.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know,
because it's about enjoying every single moment, I feel like. And that's just, how I live my life is I like to enjoy the moments. So if I can, bake a little extra with my kid, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to learn to do it what works for our lifestyle, which is whatever we want to make and do it that way. And not just be so strict like you said. We're both changing the way that we teach other people. And it's, when I first started, I thought it was all about like working out, and if I got smaller everything would be great, and that was it. I could get smaller and everything in my life would work out, be grand, whatever. And now, and like we were saying, if we missed a workout we'd feel like a failure. If we didn't keep up with the group we'd feel like a failure, or we didn't want to quit. But it's like, no, that's it's just not the way that we do things now. We're here to help teach people that you can do whatever you want. We're going to change as people, and it's life isn't always going to roll the same for you, because like I said, for you, you have different stuff going on right now than you did. So we're just trying to help females, or who, our clients, learn to live your life the best that you can, and not feel so strict. You know what I mean? No
yeah,
matter if
yeah.
it's with food or whatever.
Mhm. Mhm.
So,
And also like at the end of the day, for you to live your best life, for you to be the best mama, wife, coworker, whatever it may be, you got to feel good, right?
yeah,
Like you got to
yeah,
feel good, and that's what we want. We want you to not be like, "Oh my gosh, I just ate that cupcake my, child made me and I feel guilty about it." No, heck no. Your little babes made you that cupcake. Like enjoy every bite.
right.
And that's one thing I always like think about is you still have to enjoy those life moments, right? Like I still enjoy like going out with my girlfriends and grabbing dinner and not having that food guilt as much.
Yeah.
Been a total game changer.
Oh, absolutely. And I feel like that's going to be such a strong point in the way that we teach people,
Right.
is to have that food freedom. But also, I've this past year, I've really thought about like it's all about mindset. And then
Right.
once you have the right mindset, that's when you get that food freedom.
Right.
So it really all tangles into each other. So as long as we're working this, you guys, I feel like we're on the right track to whatever it may be.
Right. Because when someone thinks about losing weight, what do they think of? They think of nutrition and working out,
Yeah.
right? But I
Eh.
don't, yeah, right. Number one is mindset, people. If you don't have the mindset to change, to become better, to show up for yourself, like we're not telling you to eat crap. That's not what, we don't want to
Oh
say
yeah, no,
that.
go
But
back and watch our other videos. Well, that explains how we think about nutrition.
right, right. But knowing that mindset is such a big piece. And if you have to change your path along the way, I'm changing my path along the way because I feel like this is a better fit for me, a better niche per se, that I have a strong suit in mindset.
Absolutely.
And so if you have to change your path, if you have to move away from a program, evolve, do something different in your life, do it.
Yeah, do it, because you'll sleep better.
Mhm.
Your attitude will be better.
Yep.
I know I didn't realize sleep was so important. I used to wake up at 2:50 a.m.
I can't believe you did that. She did that for years.
Why did I do that? No, I actually enjoyed it because that's what fit me at the moment. I wanted to get up. I wanted to tackle all my stuff before I went to work at 5. And that's what I had to do to get everything done and accomplished. But yes, so back then I didn't realize that sleep was like up here on priorities. What is, because I just try to like live my healthiest life. Now that doesn't mean like I can't eat that donut, randomly or whatever, like on a holiday or something or whatever weekend part, it just means, I don't know, squirrel, having a brain fart here. I just went completely blank in my.
Right. Your life has just changed where you don't have to do those early mornings. You don't have to lack the sleep. I got you.
You know what? I woke up at 3 a.m. this morning. That's probably why.
Probably. Where I have to say, I had the best night of sleep in my life. I slept for a solid 8 hours, and as a mama, you don't do that normally.
No, you go, girl.
Yeah.
I just cannot sleep in lately. I'm like 3 o'clock. My eyes are like wide awake. I'm like, okay, ready to tackle the day. Like, let's go back to sleep for a couple hours. But
yeah, like here's the thing is that you are going to have to make adjustment changes to your life, and we're here to tell you like that's great, and it's not that you're failing or that you're quitting something, right? So I have a friend who she used to work at one business, and then now she does something totally different. It's in the same realm, so it's like it's a social media marketing business,
right,
but she's changed it to the point where she is so much successful because she believes in that company. She believes in all that sort of stuff.
Absolutely.
And she didn't fail at the last one. It just wasn't her to do.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, that makes complete sense. It's just, I know, and a lot of people will feel stuck, so they won't change. I know I felt like that before, where I was just like miserable in what I was doing, but I felt stuck. Yep. And like you said, it was almost like I didn't feel like it was almost like if I stop doing this, I'll be quitting or, letting myself down or letting other people down. But now what I realize is, what, if I let other people down, sometimes it's like, you really got to do what's best for you and your family. So
right.
do whatever makes you sleep better.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yeah. And like, I feel that when you do make the right change for your life, right?
Absolutely.
Like if you keep thinking about it, I always say to myself, if I am still thinking about this in 2 weeks, it's time to make that change.
Yeah.
Journal about it. I will stand for the rooftops and tell everybody to journal, but it's like, if you are debating on making a change to figure out whatever it may be, journal about it and figure out what you can do to make that change to make you feel better and to know that you're not quitting.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Your soul will appreciate every single minute of it.
So that's all I got, Cal. That's all my soapbox today.
Short and sweet, people. Short and sweet.
We got things to do.
But it's true. There's not much more to say about it. It's if you're the one that has to do it now, like, we're going to give you the information, and then you really need to have a talk with yourself if you're like not digging what you're doing right now or the path that you're on or whatever. And you really need to ask yourself, how can I, not be so miserable or dread whatever I'm about to do? And how can I change that? If it involves the same, semi the same thing, like, well, I'll use working out as an example because it's so easy for me. But if you're doing a program and you're dreading it and you're miserable, well, just change it and then do whatever is going to be best for you.
Yes. So, Kel, do you want to tell them where they can find you on social media?
Yeah. So you can look me up on Instagram at Kelly, BY, with an underscore, Patricia. Kelly _Patricia. And then on Facebook, it's just Kelly Patricia.
Yes, and you can find me on Facebook as Darcy Elizabeth or on Instagram at darcyelizabeth.co. And that's also my website as well, darcyelizabeth.co. And if you ever have like questions or thoughts or want to hear me and Kelly's thoughts, reach out to us. Drop comments
Absolutely.
below. You can DM us, whatever it may be. And yeah, we'll get back to you.
Absolutely. Till next
See you
week.
next Tuesday.
Bye.